Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, indeedy. Hello and welcome to another Raggy's craft beer review. Um, I'm going back. I'm doing a bit of a series on the channel, going back to some of the Brewdog beers that I may have reviewed in the past, just to see how they are. I mean, I've got Brewdog's Rattling Rum that I reviewed recently was and is a possible supermarket beer of the year. Make no bones about it. It's amazing. Don't let the oak chip think to yourself, I don't like the sound of that. Rum and oak chip beer. But I've got to be honest, it's absolutely amazing. Top draw beer from Brewdog. So on the channel tonight, we've got Elvis Juice. Which sounds weird, doesn't it? Elvis Juice, I love juice. Anyway, maybe not. Grapefruit Infused IPA. I always thought it was just a standard grapefruit IPA. They did lower the ABV at one stage, but they've bumped it back up, and it's good to hear this because me personally can't be done with breweries that start playing around with the taste, start playing around with ABVs. Leave the bloody ABV as it was. That when you brought that beer out, that beer was at that ABV. Put the price up. Leave the beer alone. Yeah. Oh, got my itches. God, proper itches all of a sudden. So yeah, Elvis Juice. United we stand for better beer. Fiercely defiant and independent. Okay. 6.5%. So, without getting into obviously Brewdog last year and some of the news that came out about one of the yeah, let's not go down that road. I'm here for the beer. I'm not here for the politics. Too much politics in this world. Fucking things up. So, we really have to look at the news. Politics ruining the world. Not just in the UK, Russia, Iran, China, South Korea, North Korea, whatever. It's just America even, there's just too much of it. Too much of it. Live a better life. Get away from it. So, slight haze from this angle, although on the camera it looks clear. So, yeah, what's that about then? How comes on the camera it looks clear, but from my angle it looks a slight haze? Okay. Um, you would class that as golden looking pour. Whitehead. Smelling. Gotta be honest. Smelling lovely. Proper grapefruit on the nose. Which, being a grapefruit IPA, it should really have grapefruit on the nose, shouldn't it? But yeah. Oh, I think it was a Mangrove Jack's beer, grapefruit IPA from them, that hit the nail on the head, and it was a stunning homebrew representation of the Brewdog beer. For me, 6.5%, smelling good, tasting good. It's something I'm going to bring back to the channel, maybe on a once a week thing, not too regular. But looking at all the Brewdog beers, Brewdog are massive in supermarkets. Like them or loathe them, whichever. They have a big place in the craft beer scene. Technically one of the first UK craft beers. I remember when Punk IPA first came out, I was at Sainsbury's at the time. I'm not a gardener, funnily enough. I'd left gardening. Left gardening for 5 years. And yeah, it was nice to get out. Nice to get out the cold in the winter. And good time on the whole. A good time. Till little idiots wanted me to go on the tills, and it's like I ain't come here to be on the tills. I come here to work, not be on the till serving people. Stuff that for a game of soldiers. But nonetheless, yeah. And I remember when Punk IPA came, it was quite expensive at the time, and we're looking at flipping heck, 11 years ago now. About 11 years ago when it first. In fact, trying to think where I did my first. 2011, I moved to Arnold. So that was when this came out, 2011, yeah. Not this, Punk IPA. And yeah, Punk IPA, it was £6.50 for 6 cans. Didn't sell. 6 330s as well. Yeah, it just didn't sell. It bombed royally. And you look now, and how the craft beer world has changed. A lot more people drinking craft beer these days, and it's good to see. It's across the spectrum. There are ladies, posting pictures of themselves with beer, and on Instagram, you do see some pictures, mind you. Yeah, there's the exploitation of the camera. Yeah, shall we say? And it's not just ladies doing that as well. Obviously, there's blokes doing it as well. Yeah, somebody with his muscles out posting a picture of a beer, and yeah, okay. No point me doing that. They got their muscles, but yeah, that's funny. But in any case, back to the beer. Here we go. So, got to be honest. Tasting fine. It's not too powerful on the grapefruit. I mean, obviously, not everybody's a grapefruit fan. So this to me is more borderline. It's not trying to smack you in the face. Grapefruit. There are beers these days where it's a much stronger version of grapefruit. Does this line up to its original taste? That you'd never know, would you really? It's very hard to taste anything and compare it to an original beer that you've had, because over the years your taste buds change. Anybody who says differently is lying to themselves. Um, your brain does not go back that many years to know everything that you've tasted. And if it does, then fair play. Wow, you are an absolute flipping superstar. Um, Good to see the ABV back at 6.5. I do vaguely remember it going down to 5.8 at some stage. So obviously pressure from the public forced them to put it back up. Sometimes, that's why beer reviews and people actually physically saying, leave the bloody beer as it is, forces these breweries to put it back to what it was. Maybe lose a bit of profit on it, but keep the beer as it is. Sell more beer, you're still making a profit because you're selling more. It's not rocket science. Let's be fair. Yeah, and like I say, I am going to go through the whole Brewdog range, and including the ones that may not hit the spot so well. There's going to be some, because there's been a few releases that were not as good. But then you got Woman Rattle. This is a good beer. It's still a good beer now. Um, I mean, it's looking good on there, as you can see, and it's tasting good. I can't fault it. Whether it's the same beer as it was when it was first released, flavour rise, ABV rise, obviously it's gone back up. Flavour rise, is it the same? Hard to know. Hard to know. I always thought the original was a bit more in your face grapefruit. But over the years, our taste buds have changed. Our you know, we've all moved on with beers. We've all drank a lot of different beers. Unless you've drank this all the way along for 6 years, or however many years it's been out, you know, not 6 years, but however many years it's been out, then, you know, if unless you drink this religiously and know it, then you'll know the changes because people do. Yeah. For me, out of 5, yeah, it's still a good beer, a good 4.4 out of 5 for me. Yeah, can't fault it. Grapefruit IPA. And like I say, always interested to see where Brewdog go next. I do like their impies, and it's been a while since I've been down to Brewdog Nottingham, to be fair. So I do need to take a trek again. I think the last time we went down, it was me and the wife. So I went down with Bullman Beer Reviews. Before that, it was years before that when I went down. And sometimes you forget that Brewdog Nottingham actually exists. It's in Hockley, so it's not exactly out of the way. You know, it's like a walk down to Neon Raptor. Neon Raptor's only like 2 minutes walking away from this place. So, you know, it's another craft beer place to definitely put on the list. And I actually did a beer review actually inside Brewdog Nottingham when I was with Bullman, as I did with a lot of them pubs around there. And yeah, good night with our Mr. Brewdog himself. Bullman Beer Reviews. He's got the Brewdog tattoo that gets him like something like 20% off his beers or something daft like that. So, you know, he drinks a lot in the Brewdog pubs. And I hope that Brewdog celebrate this fact and actually invite him up to the headquarters, because this bloke is, you know, a massive representation of the Brewdog world, their family. And I know he's gone to all the hotels. I know he's gone to, well, not UK ones at least, and most of the bars around the UK. And yeah, he's a top class guy as well, and him and his wife. But in any case, great beer, 4.4. Cheers all. See you soon.